not destiny helpers. They are destiny commanders. Why are they called destiny commanders? They are called destiny commanders because they are the one that will command your destiny before it will work. The Bible said that Jesus met a man who had been impotent for 38 years. He has been stationed in a place they call Pool of Bethsaida. This pool was in Bethsaida, and the Lord visits the pool in Bethsaida for the healing of men. Anytime the angel of his presence, Martyrdom, comes, he stirs up the water, and anybody that gets into the water first gets healed. So this man had been there for 38 years, and every time the water is stirred up, people that their family members and friends are there will quickly run and throw their friends, and they will get up healed. So the man was there for 38 years. Anytime the angels comes and touch and turn the water, nobody to put him there. So Jesus was moving around. The day he came to the pool of Bethsaida, he was seeing the impotent. How are you? What's your name? How are you? What's your name? Sir, how are you? He called his name. He said, how long have you been here? He said, I've been here for 38 years. Why? You should have gone. He said, sir, I have no man. Meaning that men are important in your life. You know, I grew up from Assemblies of God Church where we were taught in those days that men does not matter. Whoever that man is, you don't need him. Who you need is God. If you connect God, that is all. But I tell you something, you can have God and be earthly useless. If you have God and you don't have a man, you will be of all men most miserable. I learned that, and it's hurting me that I've missed my chances of connecting to men because of my background. But now I have learned, I don't want you to make the mistake I made in those days. Men are important in your life. Tell your neighbor, men are important. That's right. You know, there is something going on that went on in my own time. We were meant to respect pastors, but we don't honor them. In my church, when a pastor does anything, just one little mistake, the pastor is packed home. There's something called packed home. A pastor is suspended, humiliated, insulted, and discommunicated, and asked to go home. Every time people sit down to judge a pastor, members sit down and they will trash a pastor, finish a pastor. We were taught how to trivialize, ignore, disrespect, talk down on pastors. But when I got to understand the scriptures, I knew that pastors and prophets are no kind of people. They are men that you must honor. If you don't honor them, your destiny will be squashed up. Prophets and destinies. And here, Amos just told us the truth. He said, no matter what God is coming to earth to do, he cannot do it without consulting his servant, the prophet. Your destiny might be very wonderful, but until a prophet is consulted, that particular destiny will die. Until a prophet is consulted, that particular destiny will be there. Yes, there are ordinary men that you need, but the greatest that you need in your life also is destiny commanders, and that is your prophet. There must be a prophet in your life to command your destiny. You may have men around you helping you, but until the prophet who has the key puts on the ignition, no matter how many men that are around you, you cannot still make it. Let me begin to open your eyes. Sir, do you know that in the book of 1 Samuel chapter number 9, let me show you something. 1 Samuel chapter number 9 from verse 14. Quickly, please, from verse 14 to 19. Now, this is what the Bible said. And they went up into the city, and when they were come, it's talking about Saul and his servant who went to look for the father's axe. Now, and they went up into the city, and when they were come into the city, watch this. Behold, Samuel came out against them for to go up to the high place. Yes, 15, watch this. Now the Lord had told Samuel in his ear a day before Saul came, saying, yes, tomorrow about this time, I will send thee a man out of the land of Benjamin, and thou shalt do what? Anoint him to be captain over my people, Israel, that he may save my people out of the hand of the Philistine. For I have looked upon my people, because their cry is come unto me. Watch this. Look at this. And when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said unto him, behold, the man whom I spake to thee of, this same shall reign over my people. 18, watch what is it. Then Saul drew near to Samuel in the gate and said, tell me, I pray thee, where the seer's house is. 19. And Samuel answered Saul and said, I am the seer. Go up before me unto the high places, for you shall eat with me today and tomorrow, and I will tell thee, go, and will tell thee all that is in thy heart. God told him, listen, I have chosen a king. The destiny of Saul is to be a king. I want you to make him a king. Now Samuel meets Saul. And Saul was asking a question. Please, I'm looking for the seer's house. Say, I am the seer. God came back to him again. Say, Samuel, what did I tell you? He said, Father, relax. Let me think about it. God had to consult a man for the announcement of the destiny of another man. God is the one that said he will be a king, sir. It was God who said, this man shall be the king. I have chosen him. He told him a day before Saul arrived. When he told him, he was saying, hey, sir, God said you are going to be a king. Take me down. He said, no, excuse me, God, I want to think about it. Go and eat, I'm coming. Just go up, I'm coming. Let me think how that will happen. Whether you believe it or not, prophets are destiny commanders. When he said that, God didn't say, or whatever. He said, wait there. God said, God, now, what is it now? He said, excuse me, sir, just hang on. Destiny commanders. Heaven has said he will be the king, but heaven is waiting for the permission of a commander to release him. There are not men you can handle anyhow. Let me show you another sample. Do you know that God had told David that David, you are going to be the king of Israel? How many of you know that? David, you are going to be the king. David was there, having all the visions, having everything that God wanted him to be. Now, a time came when God spoke to Samuel, said, go and anoint David to become a king. Samuel said, excuse me, God, wait. Wait now. Let me see. Why didn't God say, David, come up and become a king? Because he must pass through a man to announce your destiny. They are called destiny commanders. He said, please, can you, David, make him the king now? Samuel said, Father, excuse me, hold on. In fact, it took another, after several months, God went to Samuel and said, why are you doing this now? Are you still going to continue to mourn about Saul? I have rejected him now. Please now, announce this boy. Sir, give me some time. Let me see what I can do concerning Saul. Give me some time. A man was holding the announcement of another man's destiny. And God was begging. Please now. He came back and said, how long will you do what? Mourn. How long? Please now. Announce David. Destiny commanders. Why would God be begging a man? Because this is the jurisdiction of prophets. When they don't announce, when they don't command your destiny, you remain where you are. May God connect you to the prophets that will announce your destiny.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure you have been truly blessed. To share your praise report or prayer request, SMS Pastor Larry on the numbers showing on your screen, or you can email us at larrymshael123@gmail.com. God bless you.